You know, most people don't realize this, but the gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't as big as you think. It's not a matter of some giant, impossible leap. It's usually just a few choices, a few shifts, a few truths you haven't been willing to face yet. And until you face them, you'll keep running in circles, wondering why life feels stuck. We've been sold this idea that if we just work harder, grind more, hustle longer, everything will fall into place. But if that were true, wouldn't you already be where you want to be? You've been putting in effort. You've been trying, you've been showing up, and yet, something's still off. That's because the real reason you're not where you want to be has less to do with effort and more to do with alignment, courage, and truth. Let's start with alignment. You can run as fast as you want, but if you're running in the wrong direction, all you're doing is getting lost faster. And most people, they're chasing something they think they should want. A career path their parents told them was safe. A lifestyle they saw on social media. Goals they inherited from other people, never stopping to ask if those goals were even their own. And when your effort isn't aligned with your own truth, it doesn't matter how hard you work, you'll always feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill with no end in sight. So here's the first thing. Stop, just for a second, and ask yourself, is what I'm chasing actually mine? Or is it borrowed? Because until you answer that, you can't expect the grind to feel any different. The second reason people aren't where they want to be. They're scared of loss. We talk about success like it's all about winning, but the truth is, you will lose far more than you win on the way up. You'll lose opportunities you thought were yours. You'll lose relationships that can't keep up with your growth. You'll lose versions of yourself that felt comfortable, but were quietly holding you back. And most people can't stomach that. They cling to what's familiar because letting go feels like dying. But here's the reality, you cannot step into your future while gripping your past with both hands. Loss isn't a punishment. It's the pruning that makes space for what's next. The people you admire, the ones who have built something meaningful, they're not special because they've never failed. They're special because they've survived failure without letting it turn them bitter. The third reason you're not where you want to be is you're trying to get there as the same person you've always been. And that's never going to work. The version of you that got you here isn't the version that can take you there. You have to evolve. You have to be willing to shed the habits, the excuses, and sometimes even the identity that has kept you comfortable. And I know that's not easy. We hold on to our identity because it feels safe. But ask yourself, has it been serving you or just protecting you from growth? Because growth is uncomfortable, it's messy, it's awkward, but it's the only way forward. The truth is, every single person who's ever gotten to where you want to be has had to go through these three doors: alignment, loss, and transformation. And the reason most people never make it is because they stop at the first sign of discomfort. They convince themselves they can get the result without paying the price. But you can't. You never will. So if you're tired of being stuck, if you're tired of watching your dreams sit just out of reach, stop blaming luck. Stop blaming timing. Stop blaming the world. Start asking the harder questions. Am I chasing the right thing? Am I willing to lose what I need to lose? Am I ready to become the person my dream requires? Because the real reason you're not where you want to be yet is that deep down, you've been waiting for a version of success that doesn't cost you anything. And that version doesn't exist. When you finally accept that, something changes. You stop running in circles. You stop avoiding the hard parts. You start stepping into the fire willingly because you know that's where you'll be forged. And the moment you do that, you're not just closer to where you want to be, you're already becoming the person who belongs there. And that's when it all starts to shift.